Hello, INAM. This is Paul Kadetz, Dr. Paul Kadetz, and happy 36th birthday. What a milestone this is. Some of you know me from my teaching, both 10 years ago and recently in January at INAM. Hopefully I didn't terrorize you too much. Hopefully you learned and retained some things. And part of the reason I did this is because I really believed in INAM's message. So instead of giving you a song and dance, as you might expect from me, what I'll do instead here is give some reflections that were actually from my dissertation, which is how I got involved with INAM when I was doing my doctoral research about 10 years ago. And I thought these reflections were appropriate. The function of INAM was to facilitate the education from which community members could initiate and practice their own healthcare through the training of community health workers, or CHWs. CHWs were trained by INAM to work in the communities in which they resided. There were 3 CHWs in the barangays of Mersha that I visited. However, I was only able to access 2 of the 3 barangays. INAM's work was part of the CBHP groupings of local healthcare. However, although these CHWs were completely apart from the formal healthcare system, informants from both barangays that I visited and interviewed perceived the CHWs as very important to improving the quality of their healthcare system. According to both CHWs in Mersha and INAM representatives that I interviewed, the function of INAM's work is primarily to educate barangay members in order to facilitate healthcare choice and self-determination of healthcare. Self-determination was particularly evident in the observed CHW focus on teaching the use of herbs that were available in one's community, which informants identified as particularly helpful in their ability to take care of themselves. Self-determination was a concern of community informants, not only in terms of their ability to make healthcare choices, but also in terms of which local healthcare practitioners would be allowed to practice. This concern was summarized by a 23-year-old female informant from, forgive me, my pronunciation here, Sakasakan Sadanga, who stated, "If I wanted ramen noodles, I'm not going to buy it from a box." I never forgot that quote. The informant explained that her concern would be that state involvement in local healthcare choice, taking it away from her and from the community, would result in a watered down version of her local healthcare that would ultimately be inferior to the real thing, the real noodles. So providing people with the capacity and the agency for self-determination is not only a central goal of appropriate community development, but most importantly, it can save lives. So I salute INAM's work, and I wish and hope for your continued success for another 36 years, and then of course another 36 years after that and after that. Salamat po, and thank you so much for involving me and letting me be part of not only this event, but of the success of INAM and your continued success. Take care.